My name is Leo Varona. I'm the manager at Lexxos Renovations down here in Southwest Florida. If you've been planning to get another house, home vacation, or just trying to upgrade the one that you already have, the next 20 minutes in this video will save you a lot of money. We will go through all the mistakes, the 7 most common mistakes that we see in every renovation, and we will tell you, give you the advice how not to make it and how you can save some money on it. So, who is Lexxos? We've been doing from kitchens, bathrooms, additions, flooring, everything, full remodel in the house. We've been working for bigger companies too, so we have that point of view that we want to share with you. I'm Leo, just a general manager here. I have a point of view that I can tell you what we see from the job site to the customers. I've been sitting across the table with the customers, but I'm also on the tools. I'm also the guy putting the floors when it's needed. So I believe this point of view that I can see from different aspects will save you a lot of money. I'm doing this because I'm tired of seeing good people, throwing good money at bad decisions. Let's get started. The first mistake that we see is the cheapest bid isn't the cheapest job. What do I mean with this? For example, 3 contractors, they send you the bid. One is for $40,000, the other one is for $52,000, and the other one is for $67,000 for your full remodel, right? And then you will say, oh, but the guy with the 40K is giving me a good deal. I'm gonna go with that one. What most of the time happens is the guy for the 40K, he forgot to put the appliances in the quote, or he didn't put all the light fixtures, or he didn't include the countertop, and he just gave you the estimate for installing cabinets. So what is our advice on this? Because we see this a lot. And being honest, it's just miscommunication. In these videos, communication is key. So what we suggest you to do is you send every single one of the contractors the scope of work. You write down everything that you want done in the house. You write down all the scope of work. And now you send that scope of work to each one of them. Now all of them have the same scope of work and they can be fairly and in the same amount of work. Now you can compare which one has the better price, which one has the better methods, and which one you like more. Mistake number 2 is gonna be about the planning. When you skip design, if you are planning in remodeling your home and you skip design, run. Because it's gonna bring problems. What it calls a design consultation, a couple design consultations, it'll be something around $1,500 or $100, which just that will give you the full scope. Because now you will see now with someone that will actually tell you, hey, these are the cabinets I will have. What color do you like? Oh, I like this color. Okay, you can see it here. You will touch it. You will see samples. Oh, the layout. Come on. Now with AI, you can see your whole house before we swing a hammer. So planning and design, just that alone will save you a lot of money. So if you're trying to save $1,500, if you don't plan in a big project, I can tell you that you will spend more. You will spend 10 times those $1,500. Mistake number 3 is trends. Okay, is trends versus timeless. For example, in this kitchen, we have here the cabinets are shakers, right? Shaker cabinets. Shakers, they've been in business this style for, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago. Shakers will be here and still in 10, 20 years, they will look good. You cannot just design your home and in 5 years, it'll look outdated. Our advice on this is you take 80% of your budget and you spend that 80% of the budget on timeless. So you pick your cabinets, you pick the stone, you pick probably the floors, 80% time rate. Then you have 20% of your budget that will go towards trending. Right now, greens. There are a lot of tons of greens, like shade of greens that are like super common and they look beautiful. But that's a trend. You can change the color. Even with the cabinets, you can have the shaker and have it in a different color. You can change the light features and go like trendy. The important part is that in 5 years, if you change your mind, it'll cost you just like a couple $100. You will have a brand new. You can, okay, I don't like the light feature anymore. I'm gonna get a new one. But if you change, if you invest that money in something like harder, let's say you don't like more your cabinet, now you have to redo the whole kitchen, that is a different animal. Mistake number 4, just will these alone people spend more money on this mistake than all the other mistakes together. And this mistake is no more than over improvement. Over improvement, yes. That exists. And the over improvement is no more than you just bought your house for 200 grand here in Southwest, here in Naples, 200 grand. And now you are going to put 80 grand in the full remodel. You're gonna do the kitchen, you're gonna change the floors, and you put 80 grand into that remodel. And the house at the end looks like beautiful. But now you want to sell because it's your second home, it's your home vacation, or that was your idea all day long, just fix and flip it. Your neighbor, the last 5 houses that were sold in that neighborhood, they sold for 250, 260. So just right there, you just lost 30K, 30, 40K, right? That's math. And why that happened? Because your neighborhood is gonna set the ceiling that you can sell your house for. If your neighbor is selling at 250, it'll be hard for you to sell your house at 300,000. So our advice for you when you are at the time to invest, how much you're gonna invest in your property for the equity of your property, our advice is that you should go on Zillow. Those are free. Just go on Zillow and look for the last 5 sales in your neighborhood. Now you know your ceiling. Now you know that if you bought your house for 200,000 and the highest one that has been sold, the average is like 250. Now you can, okay, I can invest 30 and I can have like those 20 in equity at the time to sell the house. So that was mistake number 4. Mistake number 5. Renovate in the right order. Number 1, core papel. Why? If you get a house and you should change the cosmetic, you paint it inside, outside, you change all the switches, the outlets, you change light fixtures, just that alone. Just that alone is a small investment and the house will look like completely different. Another thing that will change drastically how our house looks, blinds. If you get those fancy blinds, like you can connect it with Alexa, with the internet, and those zebra blinds, something else that is cosmetic, and it'll impact because that's the first thing that you see when you get into the house. That will be the number 1. Number 2, that will improve your home at the time in the order to renovate is the kitchen. You can invest in the kitchen. Once you remodel the kitchen, you change, let's say you change the countertops, you change your cabinet. If you want to go big and do like whole remodel, you change those first, cabinet and countertop. You can also just change a countertop and paint the cabinets if they are in good condition. That is another option that you can do. But cabinets, the kitchen. Why? Because the kitchen is the focus. Most of the time, people wear out this in the kitchen. That's where you want to look good. And here, at least here in Florida, the kitchen will have the most ROI at the time for you to sell your home or to promote your home or just to live in it, right? After the kitchen will come bathrooms. Of course, the first one will be like master bathroom, and if you have another one, like bathroom. You renovate your bathroom, now you have your core papel, you have your kitchen, and you have your bathroom. And the number 4 is gonna be outdoors. Outdoor kitchens have anything that you can put in the outside to make it comfy and comfortable and beautiful. It'll boost the equity of the home. Why? Because of the climate here in Florida. We like to be outside, right? When you invest money in the outside, in your patio, you can install a pergola. Those type of projects will boost, like drastically, will boost the equity of the house. Home office is great. You look super good if you are a business person, but those first could propel kitchen, bathrooms, and outside patios. That alone will save you and will give you a lot of equity to your home. So mistake number 6, DIY. It's okay if you want to paint the house, if you want to probably change the light fixture, it's fine. Do landscape outside, work in the patio, it's totally fine. Do not do any plumbing, electrical, HVAC, none of that. Why? Many reasons. First one, you can get injured. Second one is the liability. Something happened with that work that you did, and your insurance won't cover it. So our advice, you want to work in the corporate papel, paint the house, paint the outside, inside, work in the patio, install something in the back. Go to the garage and do the shelf. That is totally fine. Do not do anything with the plumbing. Do not tear down that wall that you say that you don't like it and you don't make it like an open space. And in the third place, you can get in trouble even with the city because most of those jobs you need to know which one you need a permit. So you can get in trouble for that too. And for last, we have mistake number 7. Mistake number 7 is more as a juice for you. Mistake number 7 is that you have to have a contingency plan for surprises. We will say that 15 to 20% for surprises. Why? When you're remodeling all homes and all houses, you don't know what you're going to find out once you open up that wall or once you take down those cabinets. It could be mold, it could be termites, it could be so many things that you need to be ready. So if your budget is for 40K, that's the budget that you have. You should go and say, okay, I need 20%, 30%, 20, 15% contingency. I'm not saying that you're gonna spend that money, but I'm saying that you have to have it in the back of your head. Do you know that you have 50, that you have 62? Okay, now I'm gonna take 12 and I'm gonna save it for surprises, and then I'm just gonna work and take the bid that I can work with 50 for the project. If you are interested and you are like already in this process, you can book one of those calls. It'll be with me or or someone else from the team. And in that call, you can send those pictures, your blueprints, your ideas, everything that you have in plan. We will tell you what are the flaws, what to do, what not to do, and we will even give you like a ballpark estimate or ballpark price on how much your ideas and what you are looking for could cost you in this market. So if you will be interested in something like that, like I said, for free, nothing to pay, for free, you just can text the word blueprint to 239-977-3496. Or just click in the link below and you can go to the calendar and book one of those calls. So we just want to help you, okay? For free, no credit cards, no nothing, no commitment. You don't have to hire us. So if you will be interested in that, just book the call. And last but not least, go out there and build something right.